So my charter boat customers often ask me the question, sometimes at the right time, sometimes at the wrong time, about how many fish I've had on at one time. And around 2011, 2012, fishing was really good, and it wasn't uncommon to have 3, 4, 5 fish on at a time. So I'm always quick to point out that I've had 5 fish on at one time, and I had to go to the hospital after that trip. And their eyes get real big, and they're like, well, what happened? Like, well, it was first thing in the morning, fish are coming over the back deck, they're going over the transom, they're going into the cooler, and it got so good that all the customers on the boat were fighting fish, and I was taking a board off of one of the lead cores or coppers, and I had a fish laying on the deck of the boat, numerous fish. At that point, it was a bloodbath, it was a mess. We call that deck loading. But on this particular day, there was a plug in one of the salmon's mouth, and kind of flip-flopped and hit my shin with the other hook that was hanging out of his mouth. So I have a fish on the deck that's hooked to a plug with a big treble hook, and then now I have the other treble hook in my shin. So fortunately that fish did not move. I grabbed him by the back of the head, I got the pliers, got the hook out of the fish, but I still had a hook in my shin and the fish were still biting. And I stopped. I wasn't going to stop fishing while the fish were biting. So the customers they're laughing. They still fish with me to this day. This is Fish Hook Randy's crew. I have them on my phone as Fish Hook Randy. They couldn't believe that I still kept fishing that whole time with that 2 treble hooks hanging out of my shin. The guy that I was fishing with, he wanted it out of my shin because he thought I was going to get caught on his upholstery or something and damage something out of his boat. So I was kind of running around from him all day too. But we got in that day, and I had to go straight to the ER and ended up with an X-ray and a scalpel, and removed my fish hook out of my shin. Fish Hook Randy, he's a great guy. It's a good time.